Bora de Baldur's Gate. Continuando aí. Dava pra subir na torre, né? Tinha um botão aqui que nós não sabe pra que faz. Deve ter feito alguma coisa, mas nós não sabe. Vamos ver, ainda deve dar pra subir mais um, né?
New sounds to dampen like a pressure break. Is it the foe? That foul, contemptuous heel? An unbeknownst command by fools that would intrude. Now steel shall ring, false tongue will speak no more.
Ixi, treta. Ixi, alguém ficou no andar de baixo, hein? Era o que eu temia. Quem ficou no andar de baixo? Nossa, nós tá zoado da... $2 a 20, de 2 a 20. Deixa eu ver primeiro se ele não tem resistência, né? Tem resistência a fogo, hein? Caralho, ele tem resistência a tudo, porra. Ele tem resistência radiante também? 40, defesa elevada. Ele é o que? Um construto, né? Ele tem imunidade necrótica? Não, veneno só. Não, sei que... Ah, esse errou, minha filha. Vamos com tudo, né?
Blood comes easy these days.
Porra, não tem nem destruição divina aqui pra usar, né? Aqui eu acho que eu vou morrer, com certeza. Eu tô crítico, hein? — 24 de dano, bom. Ando no medo. Morreu ele também? Da criação, labarda.
I am death. On the move.
First step is the hardest. Time to press ahead.
Talk to me. Come on up. Time to strike. No time to waste. Not fall before my time.
Agora se deu mal, hein?
Onward. I will ascend.
Another fight. Let's go. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Banco da força do gigante da colina.
Can't last much longer. I will ascend. Taking position.
Never a dull
Que é
moment.
isso?
Another step forward.
I need to hold on.
Have to keep going.
Come on, can't stay idle.
Got to press on.
Sometimes the only way out is through. Still breathing, despite everything. What path lies before me? Should mind my step.
Quem é aquele banquinho ali? Que a gente tinha visto. Peraí. Tem que faço algumas coisinhas aqui, né?
This disc is embellished with Tirsu script. But every glyph is bent or mirrored, every symbol disordered. I can make no sense of it. Ah, the cipher. I can use it to unmuddle this mess. Yes, I see shape. I see structure. I see a story. The Prince of the Comet, Part 1. So it was that we were free from Geich shackles and turned our blades on each other. The heavens were shattered, and one great empire was divided in two. Gith traveled to the Hells to broker help for her people, her cause. Vlaakith would have you believe Mother Gith proclaimed her our queen. Lies. Gith made no such proclamation. Vlaakith seized the Empire against the Mother's wishes. But Gith had nurtured a son, Orpheus, Prince of the Comet, the true heir. He knew Vlaakith's treachery. Orpheus rallied Gith's honor guard and declared the throne for himself. The War of the Comet had begun. All of it drivel. Gith declared Vlaakith Queen of the Empire, and her own son defied her. Orpheus would have ceded control to the Geich.
Passamos certo então, hein? Mas a gente não passa pra ela, não. Já não faz? Luz? Não sei nada, velho. Duas mãos, alcance extra. Veja, outra que não dá hora aqui. Tá, vamos atacar esse banquinho aqui. Eu achei ele estranho.
A chair leg could make for a fine weapon.
Perna daria uma bela arma. Bava da força do gigante da colina. Eu já peguei ou não peguei? Harpas da força do gigante. Aumenta a força para 19. Caralho. Nossa, isso daqui pode ser bom nela, né? Então, Brauma. O Brauma tá com 8 de força, pô. Compensa pra caralho deixar cá o Brauma. Aqui.
Can't afford to stay idle.
5 de dano. 19 de força. Ele vai deixar ele aqui na segunda mão dele. Eu tô usando a arma de 2 mãos já. Caralho, na melhor que a minha. Eu preciso baixar uma arminha da hora aqui.
Never a dull moment.
Você falar da luva aqui. Causar menos dano. Pô, deixa eu dar uma ajeitada aqui no meu inventário.
A long way to go still.
Assume nothing.
Nossa, não subiu, né? Ele rastreou tudo aqui, né? Essa paradinha aqui. Mas não subiu, né? Oxe, tem uma coisa aqui de cima ainda. Não, tem um pra cima ainda, descobri sem querer. Vamos ver aqui o que mais tem. Maquinário quebrado.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Eu vou pegar essa porra toda.
Swift as my
Eu
feet
não vou
can
ficar
carry
pegando
me.
martelo mais não, velho. E Bernard aqui. É isso? É cheiro da sede de sangue. Tá vendo? Uma caralhada de livro.
What's in here?
Só por acaso eu vi aquela banqueta, hein? Bom, vamos subir. Nossa, não tá com sobrepeso, é isso? Nossa, não tá com sobrepeso não, que é isso aqui, contente. A gente vai ter que fazer um descanso longo, que ele mordeu errado, né?
Let's get going.
Porão pra mim ficava embaixo. Pera aí, não tá todo mundo vinculado a mim, não? O que é feito aqui? Aparentemente nada aqui. Tem que pegar pra ler os livros em off, né?
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Buraco aqui. Eu vim do porão. Entendi agora. Por isso que eu tava pensando, eu falei, porão. O que é esse daqui? É aquele lugar lá. Não vai. Agora, pra onde que a gente tem que ir? Eu tô recando aqui, pareceu o canto aqui desse... Ixi. Será? Tem mais coisa pra cá, parecia. Acho que só anda aqui nesses lugares aqui, ó. Bom, vamos terminar de explorar essa parada aqui, né? E cabe um descanso longo, não cabe não? Vamos sair aqui do porão. Pra nós sair lá na rua. Tem que caber um descanso longo, hein? Não tem uma viagem rápida aqui, não? Não tem, né? Viagem rápida. Vai ter que sair de algum jeito aqui. E não é por aqui. Pode crer, né? Para nós ver, né?
Something over
Eu precisava ir em algum mercador se esvaziar. Eu tô falando, não tem nada pra lá não. Agora aqui pra esquerdinha pode ser que tenha, né? Aí, ó. Aqui pode ser que tenha. Mano, eu vou fazer um descanso longo antes. 100% vou fazer um descanso longo. Opa, vamos dar um F5 aqui que salva, é F5. Vamos pro descanso longo, vamos pro descanso longo. Beleza, estamos num acampamento aqui maluco. Eu falo que já precisa de novo, Guia. Mas eu... Nós
Private word would be nice.
Okay.
Oh. My, you startled me. It's miles away. So I was, praying she'd aid me. Mistra, for indeed it was her image I conjured, commands all magic. Salvation, if such a thing exists, is hers to bestow or withhold. And yet even now, more than I fear losing my own self and soul, I fear losing my command of her art. Magic is my life. I've been in touch with the weave for as long as I can remember. There's nothing like it. It's like
Music,
É, né?
poetry, physical beauty, all rolled into one and given expression through the senses. Would you like to experience this?
Vamos lá, torcer. Eu não tô entendendo errado não, né?
Then follow my lead. Now you.
Rapaz.
You feel something strange, like a kind word and a kind touch at the same time. It's warm and comfortable.
Excellent. Now, repeat after me. Athran mistraril kantrak eo.
Suddenly, the scent of rose water and a sense of well-being. A sliver of weave that tastes sweet on the tongue.
Very good. Now, I want you to picture in your mind the concept of harmony, as true as you can.
You see, or is it sense, the presence of a woman. The woman who hovered over Gale's palm. There's something like the anticipation of a kiss, then the pleasure of being cloaked in peace. You are safe. You are nestled in the cup of Mystra's hand.
You did it! You're channeling the weave. How does it feel? That it does.
The weave connects you. The moment feels intimate.
É hora de ir para trás.
The
Oh,
weave
awesome.
evaporates, and as it does so, you realize the night feels suddenly cold and lonesome.
Oh. There it goes. How easily things slip away from us, no matter how hard they were in the obtaining. Good night.
The fuck?
I enjoyed sharing a moment of magic with you.
The fuck, maluco? Cara de quem?
Githyanki patrolling these wilds is an unexpected
Não.
surprise. Whatever they seek, they'll not hesitate to kill us if we stand in their way. That is most gratifying to hear. May I?
Deixa eu ver aqui qual que eu posso dar. Eu tenho aqui. Essas aqui são as equipadas, né? Janeta. Vamos dar mais alguma coisa aqui. Vou ver aqui qual mais que eu posso. As luzes bruxulentas também vou dar. Esse aqui de resistência a dano de frio também vou dar.
I'm glad to see you're so well stocked on suitable relics, but I only need one.
Ah tá, só preciso dar uma. Esse daqui então.
Thank you. Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent. I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mistra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover. Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mistra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries. try to convince her. I pouted, I pleaded, swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. But inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
Não, vai lá, conta tudo.
Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. His entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess? The answer was to try. The outcome was to fail. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however, I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep. We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
Oh, não. É, poxa, vai ser útil.
That is A great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice.
Bom, beleza, eu vou gastar todos os diálogos que tem
How
aqui
can
pra
I
pegar
help?
e daí a gente acaba esse vídeo.
The instructions were easy enough, weren't they? Like I said, I'm dangerous even in death. I find that a healthy amount of theatrics, a voice from the beyond, a magic flute, a friendly, if nothing else, I'm sure I piqued your curiosity. I assure you it's...
Don't get me wrong, you did well. The somatic component, the verbal component, even the... But I was still your conduit. To perform such a feat alone requires much. Of course, as a paladin, your patron deity endows you with many such powers otherwise unattainable. I do hope you cherish that gift. Ah, yes. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like. To be a god. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel. And with her. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged... It was the end of Mistral. The end of Karsus, and the end... As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly. For a spell, Mistral was reborn as Mistra. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, try to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go. If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths. I will await that death. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls. I know what it is to hunger. And I know what it takes to keep that hunger under control. So long as he sates his appetite elsewhere, I'm happy to give him the benefit of the doubt. What's on your mind?
Beleza, a gente já zerou aqui a do Gale, vamos ver do final.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally? There are many answers to that question. None. Correct.
Correct.
There is a great divine energy indeed, but the source is unclear.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally? Oh.
Welcome to the... Not to minimize the pain of Volo's poking and prodding, but I promise. Besides, I find it gives one an air of mystique. No one's more intriguing than a man with one eye. Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were fathers, the son of a blacksmith. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist. Brave as Balduran, stubborn as a deep Rothay. Daring, outspoken. I spent more time dueling with father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and a talent for courtly dance. Yes and no. Father taught me the 4 pillars of power: courage, insight, strategy, justice. He reckoned I'd follow in his footsteps. First as a fist marshal, then as a duke. Vanquish evil, maintain order, save the world. But a duke makes bedfellows with more monsters than he slays. Father called it... In the frontiers, there is no posturing, no diplomacy. I slay monsters, I don't consort with them. Even if I might look like one. He brings to mind a story. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind where a farmer made a deal with the devil. So the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach. We can learn a lot from fairy tales. Don't you think? Do not trust Raphael. Refuse him. No matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you, the cost will be too great. That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes, he'll require of you only what you're least ready to, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything. My father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. After my exile, I was hunting near the Cloakwood. I heard a child crying. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother... I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after. No. But he named me friend. But what of the others? The children never say. In the boy's tears, I finally saw the suffering wrought by the frontiers demanded a blade. And so I heeded. And it's nice to meet someone of your having a worm wriggling in my skull didn't instill much confidence in the days. With you as my ally, the future looks a little less daunting. It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see? It's because you know the heart lurking under. The people will see a curiosity. Maybe eat, but I will slay their monsters. Keep them safe. And one day they would. A possibility that's kept me awake countless. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to. It could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved itself upon my memory. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mazora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads. We can. I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me.
É nóis,
The
pô.
Blade of Frontiers at your calling. I think that I can't say I'm not curious. But once you've taken a lithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you. Yes, I suppose we should. Though I'm more than a bit wary. Still, I am the Frontier's avowed protector. If the tadpole must be my curse, then let the powers it grants me be the Sword Coast's blessing. I will consume what I must to make it so.
Beleza, matamos 3 conversas aqui dos 3 aqui. Depois nós mata conversa com os outros. E é isso aí. Vamos por aqui hoje. F5 aqui. É nóis.